me, okay? And then I am going to use my other tool, which is a mortar and pestle, and punch up my garlic and then put that in here and pulse everything together, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna put is the saltfish. It's going in there, y'all. Woo! So I had a cup of that going in there. And then I am going to throw in, I have some paprika and some cumin, and I'm going to put that, you can put whatever seasoning you like, but for me, I am just going to put some of that and some fresh herbs. I have some green onions and some shallots in here that I pre-chopped, so I'm going to put some of that in there. Then I am going to, I have like 3 sprigs of thyme, so I'm just gonna take this off the stem and just put that in there. You don't need a lot because everything together would come in nicely. Okay, and then I have some what do you call that? Flat leaf parsley. Yes, that's going in there. Fresh herbs. Love the fresh herbs, y'all. And then before I mix the others in, I have 3 cloves of garlic. I probably would just use 2. You can use whatever you like. If you want more garlic, you can use more garlic. You want less garlic, it's up to your fancy. So I'm gonna, let me see. I'm just gonna pound this. Oopsie daisy, 1 got away, y'all. So it's a good thing I had 3 today. It's an interesting day today. So, all right, I'm just gonna take these off because we don't need the skin. So I'm gonna take the skin off. Put that away. So if you are just joining, just know we're doing saltfish balls today. A beautiful appetizer. You can use it as a side dish. It's very nice and savory. So I am pounding away at my garlic here. I'm using 2 cloves of garlic, and I don't need to have it finely chopped because it's going to go in the food processor anyway. So I just put that in there. See how lovely and colorful that is already. Now I am not home, so I don't have sweet pepper and seasoning pepper, but if you have that, throw that in there too. It will give it a beautiful flavor. So I'm gonna add some salt, as much as I use saltfish, since I boiled and rinsed and shredded that, some of the salt escaped. So I'm gonna put a little bit of salt again. And I'm gonna hold back some just so I can make sure it's not overly salted. Okay, let me plug that in. And I'm gonna pulse just to mix this together, and then I'm gonna put some other things in there. Okay, let me get a spatula and make sure everything is down. Oh, the fresh herbs and the cumin with the cayenne is already giving it an amazing aroma. So I'm going to pulse this a little bit more. And I am going to add like a 1/4 cup of my breadcrumbs. It's important because breadcrumbs kind of help bind this together. So I'm going to put some breadcrumbs, and I am going to put, I'm using 2 types of breadcrumbs, I should say that. Now this one is the Italian kind of breadcrumbs. You can use whatever breadcrumbs you like, plain breadcrumbs, Italian breadcrumbs, and this one here is the Japanese breadcrumbs. And it has a different texture, so I am putting that in there too. Now, because this is all fishy stuff, you probably wonder, well, why is this guy sitting here? Now, I would only add some of the crab if the saltfish here is not meaty enough. and you want extra meat, you can throw in some crab meat in there and just give yourself a good hearty kind of salt, you know, ball. So I'm gonna add 1 egg because you want to have all of this combined, and I am going to squeeze half of a lemon in there. All right, so feel free, ask whatever questions that you guys like. I'm gonna squeeze this. This is a huge lemon, y'all. Yes, so I am squeezing that lemon in there. Yes, great. Yes, you want that freshness just because, again, it is, yeah. It is fish stuff you're dealing with. I'm adding 1 egg. It's good to break it in a separate bowl, but it's okay. This is home use right now. So I'm gonna mix this in. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just, you know, grind this a bit. Yes. I'm gonna use my spatula. As I said, my food processor is a bit small, so if your food processor is way bigger than mine, you probably are at an advantage. So what I would do, I would put this in a bowl, and if it needs some extra stuff, I would certainly add it in that bowl. So I'm gonna pulse it 1 more time and then just put everything in this bowl. And if we need extra meat, I have extra meat on hand. All right, so let me take this off. I'm gonna put everything down in here. I'm gonna mix it all up together. And then, if it, as I said, need extra meat because it's not holding or so, I can always add an egg or anything else. So I'm just gonna give this a quick mix. And I'm also gonna give this a quick taste to make sure that it will work. Yeah. It's tasting good. I can eat it like that with a spoon. Saltfish balls, y'all. Okay, so now I am going to wipe my space down very quickly. I'm not going to add more salt because I think it has enough salt right now. And then I am going to just see if it will form into balls. And then I will put it into the flour before time to fry. This time I'm going to use my handy dandy gloves. Let's see if it comes together. If not, then we just add more stuff to it. Feel free, you can ask questions. My oil is going to get hot. Yes, let's see how this comes together here. I think the plastic is I wash my hands, so I'm going to just use this the old school way. And I am going to use my hands because I cannot feel this coming together. So I am just going to put this in my hands, squish it together and roll. Okay, so it's falling apart a little bit, so I'm going to add 1 more egg to this before I continue on to the frying stage. So if it is too crumbly, you can add, whether it be breadcrumbs or an egg to bind everything together. So I am definitely going to use an egg right now. So you can use 1 to 2 eggs, and I did state that on my recipe. It all depends on the size of your egg too, so hey, I am adding another one in there. I am going to work on making sure it's all nice and incorporated. Now, for those of you who may not like dairy and have eggs and all of that, as I said, you can just use some extra breadcrumbs, or you can add some flour in this actually. So if this doesn't hold, the next thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit of flour in here and some to fry. So all of this will come together. I think it's doing what it's supposed to do right now. So tell me, how is your Friday going? I hope it's going good. Mine has been long. So hopefully your Friday is going well. Yes, it's better. Good. So you see, now it's kind of forming into a ball. All I needed was an extra egg. So I have a nice ball here. I'm gonna work at it for a couple of them, and then I am gonna dump it in the flour and then in the oil. Okay, so you can come with me and chat. If you are just joining, as I stated, and you want to know what's happening here, what I am doing is making saltfish balls, and I used our kind of saltfish. I only used one. I only used 1 cup of the saltfish, and I am rolling the balls right now. I think I'm going to put a little bit of oil in my hand so that it doesn't stick or anything. It's not really sticking now, but before that starts, I am going to put a little bit of oil in my hand as I continue rolling away. I am going to test in a while for sure. So I have some oil. I have the saltfish ball that I'm trying to make. Yes, now it's nice. Okay, so you see it's nice and great. So I am going to use my tongs, try and move it around a little bit. And then I am going to put it in the fryer and see if that's ready. So I'm just taking it out just a little bit. Let me see. Oh, and it's ready, y'all. It is ready. So I am going to keep adding to this. I'm trying to take out some of the extra flour because you don't want it overly floury. See, I do all of this really with my hands. That's the thing. So, again, I'm going to put a little bit of oil in my hand, a little bit of oil, and I am going to add my saltfish. As I said, I'm rolling them. I'm going to put it in the... It's just quicker for me to do it with my hands, y'all. You don't want too many things in there at once. So I have about 5 balls in the oil right now. I'm just going to let this fry away. I'm going to give me a little pan wash. And we're going to wait to see if it turns golden brown. I'm going to return this in the refrigerator because I didn't really need that extra meat. All right. I'm gonna unplug this since I no longer need it. Yes, I can see it's already turning golden brown. So I am going to just use this little instrument here and give it a turn. Now, as time goes on and you do saltfish balls, you can add cheese to it. You can do whatever you like. That's, you know, you and your family love. I've tried it with cheese before. It works. So you can try that if you'd like as time goes on. But I'm going to continue rolling because these that I have in the pot, they're going to come out in a while. And I want to make sure I am ready. So I'm going to put some extra oil in my hand and roll out a couple just before the time to pull out what I already have in the pot. So if you are just joining in on the live, this is Spice Isle Cafe and we are doing saltfish balls today. I'm going to give it a little squeeze. Trying to be stubborn today, but yes, all right, nice. I'm going to roll this baby as smooth as I can. Add more oil to my hand. Now for the pros out there, you probably don't even need to add oil in your hand or anything, but sometimes these need an extra thing to stick everything together. It's almost there, y'all. I'm about to take this out soon. Saltfish balls. Oh my goodness. It's a Friday on a Friday, okay? All right, we're almost there. So I would say, what time is that? Maybe it needed like 3 minutes or so in the pot, 2 to 3 minutes, and it's time to pull what I have out and put some extra ones in. Are you ready? Because I am. Okay, I'm gonna give my hand a little hand wash. That's the only thing with doing saltfish balls. You have to wash your hands quite often because it can get sticky. So, I am going to take these out. Look at how they look. It is beautiful. Look at that, y'all. So, I am going to take these out and put them on a wet or dry, paper towel. I'm taking them out. Yes. Story of my life. So, I am going to put some new ones in there, another 5 balls going in. This is easy to try if you do not have a food processor at home. Just mix it in a bowl because I did the same. I had to more or less just put everything in a bowl after the food processor. So add whatever you'd like. I have about 5 more in the pot and 2 more here. So sooner rather than later, this will be done. And we would have saltfish balls. This could be a nice dinner item for your family. It could be an appetizer, whatever you like. You can shoot me a question or two. You guys are quiet in the house, so I have to make sure you're not asleep on me.
You're probably quiet because I'm quiet, but you know I'm here zoning in, making sure the technical portion is handled, especially since I already did all the saltfish work earlier today.
Really?
Yeah.
He actually helped, y'all. The head chef helped for once.
So we're gonna say help versus he did it?
That's all. He just put the saltfish in the pot. That was it.
And all you do is put the saltfish in the oil.
Oh no, I'm mixing everything up.
After I showed you how.
Oh my goodness. Alright everyone, so I am gonna put away or cover my oil here and just do a little cleanup session and then prepare the garnish for the saltfish balls when they come out.
So what are we going to put the saltfish balls with?
Anything you like. Today is just saltfish balls. Everyone sees the saltfish balls and they can choose at home if they are going to put the saltfish balls with on my live or on my blog. There is like fried breadfruit. You can do plantains, you can do rice, whatever you like. But today, when I finish with these saltfish balls, that's gonna be it. We're just gonna be having saltfish balls for dinner.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna give this a little turn here. As I said, I'm using canola oil, but you can use any kind of oil that you and your family love and adore. So I have some garnish here. I am just going to cut some of these lemons and get the wedges going so I can have it all ready for when this saltfish balls ends. Just gonna put these all here, and I have some flat leaf parsley. They're hanging out with me here. So I'm just gonna take a little bit, make sure they get a nice wash. And I'm just gonna have them hanging out here until these balls have been finished fried. So, I think we are ready to take out the next set of saltfish balls in here. I am going to, oh, look at this beautiful golden brown color. I know, your mouth is pretty watering over there. Oh my goodness, y'all, my husband is ready to eat, but he shall wait.
No, I do what I want to, you know.
Oh my goodness. So, 2 more balls, y'all, and then we'll be done. This was fast. When you have a food processor or fast hands, I guess everything will just go. So 2 more balls, and yeah. I'm just gonna set these aside and get ready to plate. I want to thank you all for taking time to hang out with me tonight rather.
We have a shout out from Antigua, you know.
Hey, Antigua Posse, hey.
Yeah, Howard just messaged me saying, hey, look, from Antigua, came in a little late, but saltfish balls look sort out.
All right, nice. Hail up, Howard. Thank you for always supporting and coming in on the live. Everyone from back home, Greens, home country, Carriacou, Petit Martinique, whoever is listening right now, thank you all for tuning in. And all my other friends, my Dominican posse, everybody, St. Kitts and Nevis and Lucia.
I just learned for once Antigua get here.
Oh my goodness, he is something else, isn't he? Isn't he? Those of you in Canada and other places, just thank you all for coming in on the live. So this needs a little bit of extra time. Let me get that bowl and so I can plate everything. I know, you all missed me already, right? It looked like I went to hang out. So I'm just getting my nice little basket here so I can put all these wonderful balls in these saltfish balls in here. Oh, look at how pretty it is, huh? I love that. Another gift from one of our friends. So I am going to turn the last two of these and I am going to start plating.
So Gabe was saying, you know, sorry he came in late too, but glad you got to see the end result.
That's okay. I understand Fridays, it's a busy time for everyone. And I understand that taking some time is really, really important. I have another question before I do the plating.
And Esther was asking if tamarind sauce would be good with this.
Yes, tamarind sauce certainly would be good with this. Any kind of chutney, mango chutney, if you have that, you can definitely use that as a dip, because you can use that also as an appetizer. So saltfish balls, I'm about to take out the last two from the frying oil, and then I am going to place and plate this beauty in this lovely basket here, and then we will have saltfish balls to eat. Great. So I am done. So here's the basket. Here's the lovely saltfish balls we got done. Let me rinse this off and then I can put everything together. Keep the questions coming. I am going to just put everything in here. If you don't have a basket, that's fine. You can just use whatever you have to place it on the table for your family. I'm telling you, this is going to be some gorgeous appetizers today. Look at these beauty. I'm telling you, it's fabulous. I know, can you tell I love singing and everything? All right, so because this is saltfish balls, I am going to put a couple of wedges of lemons in there. I chopped up earlier. Let me put this aside. So I am just going to, you know, place them just randomly. There is no specific style to these per se. And then I have these flat leaf parsley. Oh my goodness, what can you want after this, man? This is lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. I can eat this already. I don't know how pretty it is to you, but it is fabulous to me. I'm gonna do the Zingian dance. I show my nieces looking love, love, love to all my West Indian posse, all my people all over that's taking the time to look at this. It is gorgeous, at least in my eyes. I don't know, my husband hasn't, you know, tried it as yet because, you know, he always has something to say. So let's see what he has to say. But this is what you get, y'all. Saltfish balls done, nice, ready to go. If you have a dip, whether it be chutney, tamarind sauce, something, you can dip in there and have some time with your family. So this is the beauty. I hope that you guys are seeing this, but I don't want to take more time out of your Friday than I ought to, because I know that you have to go make some of these for your family right now. So saltfish balls, make sure you need to like, subscribe, share, you know, tell everyone that Spice and Cafe has an amazing recipe for saltfish balls and they should check it out. So until next time, I am Carolyn Edwards and I am happy that you had an opportunity to hang out with me here today. One love, my people.